Welcome to Goats. My name is Tom, aka Anon, and I'm joined here by, drumroll,
Oh, the mighty Venus.
the mighty Venus. Well, I was gonna say welcome, but we're co-hosts, so that would be kind of rude. Well, we're gonna start a bit more organized than the last podcast. At least for me personally, I feel like the last one was just a flustered cluck of fuckery.
It was riddled
It was so much
attention
fun.
deficit disorder.
So much fun. So much fun. Well,
Oh,
I'm going to start asking you some questions so I get to know you better, and I get to know you better as a friend, and then, just a couple things. So, first off, I'm the biggest question. What is your favorite color?
Oh, shit, man. Orange all the way.
Orange. Why is that?
Orange. Man, I don't know. There's something just... Actually, I have it right here. My favorite deck of cards I have is just an orange box, summertime deck of cards.
It's the color of like heat and sunlight and oranges. Do you know oranges are actually orange? I didn't know that. I thought they were red.
Well, oranges are actually orange.
Mm-hmm.
Are you colorblind?
No.
I think. No? Okay. Just, yeah, orange, man.
Orange.
It's such a nice, bright, lovely color.
Now, you are a magician. I've seen you do perform, and you've educated me on some of your tricks, but not all of them.
Yes.
What got you into magic? Because that's actually something I don't personally know.
God, I'm 32, and I've been doing magic since I was 7 years old. What got me into magic is, if anyone cares to take the time to look up Jeff McBride, the magician, not the, oh no, I'm thinking of someone else, but Jeff McBride, the magician, when I was younger, he did this bit called a zombie ball, and he also did this mask changing routine, and I watched it, and that shit was tops, man.
Yeah.
He was one of the goats. He really was.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of him, and he's definitely he definitely has a very mystic aesthetic.
Yes, he definitely came along in the time where if you were a magician, it was a prerequisite to have to dress like a wizard.
Yo, I'm all about dressing like wizards, though. I don't know if I've told you, I have a wizard hat sometimes when I'm playing Minecraft.
I've seen your wizard hat.
Yeah, I love my wizard hat.
Yeah.
So, out of all your magic tricks, which is your favorite, and what is the best, what is the biggest mind-blown experience you've ever seen?
So, of all the tricks, I would say my favorite to perform or my favorite to watch?
Favorite to perform.
Okay, that's such a tough question because I've literally gone out and there's a trick I love to perform called The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find it anywhere anymore, but it's a beautiful piece of magic. I actually have a video of me somewhat performing it that I can link in the comments, but it's just an awesome little, it's like a hovering ball that you drape a sheet over, but there is no ball. You pull the little sheet off and the ball is gone. You put the sheet back on and the ball is there underneath this cloth. And I've spent $125 on that piece of magic. And I use it all the time. It's very near and dear to me. That's one of my favorite to perform, but also I've got another trick called a coin sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking trick I spent $1.75 on, and I've seen people's brains drip out of their nose when I do this stupid fucking trick. I spent $125 on the little the thing that I love to perform. It's my favorite shit ever, and I get golf claps. And then I do this stupid trick with a coin, and people just lose their fucking minds. So it's such a hard... Performance-wise, it's so hard to say.
Mm.
It changes so often because of spectators, normal people who watch it and who react to it and let me create that experience with them.
Now, as someone who you've tutored, I guess is the best way. It may just be that we were just chilling and we were bored, and you're like, "Yo, check out this, and I'm gonna show you how
Check
to
out
do it
this.
so you can get a date. And
So you can get laid. Yeah.
yeah, it was the whole part. The whole point of like I wanted to learn was I was wanting to go to a Halloween party last year, and then finding out that oh yeah, COVID's here, and so I learned all these magic tricks to
Oh
try to get
yeah.
a date on Halloween dressed as a plague doctor. But I will say some of the magic tricks you've shown me, I still don't understand.
Well, good. That's flattering.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna swap the topic up. Just the final nail in the coffin. Favorite
Okay.
Star Wars character.
Oh fuck! Favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah, we're getting in the deep in personals here.
Deep in personals.
Mhm.
Favorite Star Wars character. Oh man, there's so many. There's so many good ones, and there's so many bad ones.
Well, how about this? We go to favorite Star Wars character and least favorite Star Wars character.
Okay. So favorite Star Wars character. Shit, I'm drawing a blank, man. There's
Alright.
just so many. Like my initial default is to jump right to Han Solo,
Han Solo. Well, why is Han Solo?
because I think Harrison Ford is not a sci-fi nerd,
Mm-hmm.
right? I distinctly remember Harrison Ford in an interview, and they asked him, "So, the age-old question: who shot first?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you shoot first, or did they shoot first? And Han Solo, Harrison Ford looked right at the camera and he goes, "I don't give a shit." You know, so he's not a sci-fi fan.
Yeah.
He's not a sci-fi nerd. He was there for his paycheck.
Yeah.
And I think that cocky, smarmy attitude really spills over into Harrison Ford's character. Like the whole
Yeah.
scene with the intercom, and he's blasted. It's a boring conversation anyway.
Well, it's kind of
You know?
like earlier today when I was talking to that one guy, and he is just like, I'm trying to engage this guy in a conversation, and you were even trying to engage this guy in a conversation. He's just like,
Yeah.
and like after we stopped talking to him, I just show you the picture, and I'm just like, it was just Han Solo's boring conversation anyway.
Boring conversation. Yeah, that dude has no personality in that dude. But he just his, I think his distaste for science fiction really just made him an awesome character throughout the whole series.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, like I respect that. I do like Han Solo. Like one of my favorite toys growing up as a kid was my Han Solo Lego figure. And the day I lost his head, like we were always talking about, the hair in the head is the first thing to go. Oh my god, it's just a smiley face. It's just a smiley face with a bit of a like it sounds like a Minecraft villager that. But I loved Han Solo. But who's your least favorite now?
My least favorite director, Jesus Christ. I was gonna make a joke about it being Rian Johnson,
Yeah.
who directed the last Jedi, but least favorite Star Wars character. Let's go the cop out. The easy one is to obviously go Jar Jar Binks.
Really?
I think you know,
You want to know?
but
something?
I'm not.
Next time we hang out, I have to show you this picture, and it was actually in the car when we were driving home tonight. I have a picture of me as a kid. I have a Jar Jar Binks T-shirt, and I have like a whole army of Jar Jar Binks action figures. I fucking loved Jar Jar Binks as a kid because you know I was born in '95, so I was 5 years old when the Phantom Menace came out. I loved frogs. I loved aliens. A frog alien that's orange and goofy and silly. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then the older I get, I'm like, oh my god, it's a racial stereotype. It was not Cash Money.
Yeah, so the easiest one to pick is probably Jar Jar, but I've grown in my time. And if I'm being 100% honest, it's probably Vice Admiral Haldo.
Vice Admiral Haldo. Now,
Which I don't think you saw that
yeah,
movie.
I've not seen those movies, so tell me who Vice Admiral Haldo is, because I am
So-
illiterate to the sequels. I refuse to watch them.
That's fair. She's in The Last Jedi, and there's a part in The Last Jedi where they're making jumps through hyperspace to get away from this Empire ship, and she's
Yeah.
jumping and jumping and jumping, and Poe Dameron, the pilot, is like, basically his character's like, fuck you, you dirty bitch, like, we're forming a mutiny because you're making poor decisions as an admiral. And then at the end of the movie, she's like, hey, this was the plan all along. This was my plan. Everything, it was like this fucking God machine bullshit. She evacuated everyone off the ship, then she turned the ship around and fucking iced herself, I think. Did she kill herself?
Oh, that was the lady with the purple hair.
Yeah, the lady with the purple hair.
The visual embodiment of Tumblr. Yeah, I know who she is. Yeah,
and it's not the actress, it's the writing. It's
yeah. I mean,
writing, because if she would have just fucking told Poe what was going on, he's the best pilot. He deserved to know that you're fucking like. Why was it such a? I could go on and on about that.
It's one thing I'll always say. One of the best actors to exist is Nicolas Cage. The problem is, the fucker is put in the wrong movies every time. I don't know if he's got a bad agent. I don't know if he just like really likes starring in B shit movies. But the man is a legitimate good actor.
I'm worried that he can't read.
He may not be able to read. That's actually one of my biggest pickup lines. Is when I'm talking to a girl, it's like, I would serenade you with a hot pickup line copied and pasted from Reddit, but unfortunately I cannot read. And usually like, ha, what?
Nice.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I think if he could read, he'd stop being in such bad movies.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff movie. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be in it anyways, and it's a complete flop and is detrimental to his career. Ghost Rider actually was not a bad movie for the time, but that being said, Nicolas Cage is not Ghost Rider. Like you need a fucking like Tom Hardy for Ghost Rider. Like, you need someone who's like a bit more stocky, a bit more like rounded on the edges, and like Nicolas Cage is more like that, more like stoic, that stoic person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's tons of Nick Cage movies out there that are fantastic, like Color from Space, Mindy.
Yeah,
I think Mindy's the one I'm thinking of. And then there's just super fucking budget weird movies. I've heard he's also super bad with money.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard he's super fucking bad with money, and that he'll just jump on any job to get paid.
Really? So
yeah.
If I was an actor, I'd probably be Nicolas Cage then.
Maybe. You might.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thomas Cage.
Thomas Cage.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
If I could write a movie. Okay. Oh no, not me. I'm gonna ask you. If you could write a movie with Nicolas Cage in it, what would it be, and what would you call it?
Oh man. It would probably, me writing a movie would probably turn out disastrous anyway. Yeah. So I would probably just go ahead, and it's weird that I fucking know this, but I would probably just go ahead and make one of Nick Cage's dreams come true, and I'd write him as Superman.
Right. How do you think it'd be like, I'm here to stop the crime, you bandits. Yeah, I don't. Oh. Nicolas Cage is Superman. That is.
I would just rewrite National Treasure, but him as Superman.
Yo, okay, I did like National Treasure. The reason I like National
Treasure is a fantastic
it's one of
movie.
The only movies that Brendan Fraser is in that he does not die. And like, I remember as a kid watching that movie and being like, "This is a good movie," and then Brendan Fraser doesn't die, and I'm like, "Whoa."
Brendan Fraser?
Not Brendan Fraser. No, Brendan Fraser is George of the Jungle. Who the fuck played Boromir? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Hang on, we're talking about National Treasure.
National Treasure. Who played Boromir? He's the guy who dies in like every movie he's in.
Hang on, I gotta look up the fucking cast now for National Treasure.
I'm trying to think. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, I'm
Sean
here thinking you're talking about the character Boromir.
Or is it Sheen or Sean Bean?
Sean
Bean. That dude.
Sean Bean.
Every single movie he's in, he's died.
You had me so flipped up backwards. Yeah, I'm like, there's no fucking character named Boromir in National Treasure.
No, it's not like. You've watched
Boromir
it,
from
right?
Lord of the Rings. I
Yeah,
know what
Boromir
you're
from
talking
Lord of
about.
the Rings. Yeah.
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 Fucker dies all the time.
Yeah, Sean Bean. That man dies. Like, there's a video on YouTube I love. It's called "Every Time Sean Bean Has Died," and the video is like 30 minutes long, and it's so
That's
funny.
epic.
The first movie I remember watching him in actually was a film called not Little Dorrit. It was I don't remember. It was this romantic Scottish movie. I don't think it was Little Dorrit. I don't remember, but he ends up dying. He falls in quicksand and dies because he's the evil, bad Scottish like rogue. But that man, like, and then I watched Lord of the Rings, and he's Boromir, and I'd already read the books. I read Lord of the Rings at an early age, and so I'm like, yep, he's gonna die again. Yeah. But so do you want to know what movie I would write with Nicolas Cage?
Absolutely.
All right, okay, this movie would flop, but this is something I was thinking about on the drive home. I would make a remaster or a remake of the movie Alien. The difference is Ridley Scott would be played by not Ridley Scott. What's her name? The girl from the movie Alien. I don't fucking remember her name. I think
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, Ridley Scott directed the movie. Sigourney Weaver was the actress. I need to update myself on cinema. I really do. But Sigourney Weaver's place would be played by Adam Sandler, and then he wouldn't be like serious. He'd actually be like Adam Sandler, like, oh yeah. And then the alien would be Nicolas Cage, and he'd be in the alien costume, but his face would be cut out. So it would be Nicolas Cage's face in the alien, and the movie would just be called Alien, Nicolas Cage, and then
Yeah. I would watch that shit.
Oh,
up
me
and
too.
Down.
It would be
supporting
so
actors like a fucking Danny McBride and Will Ferrell,
or,
like the whole crew.
Cast Danny DeVito as the cat.
Which it's alright. It just hit me that fucking Danny McBride. You've seen Hot Rod or This Is the End.
So, do you want to know what's sad? I've seen This Is the End. I liked This Is the End. I've not seen Hot Rod.
Okay, well, you should see Hot Rod. It's fucking funny. But anyway, Danny McBride is in both of the movies. Pineapple Express.
I've yet to see Pineapple Express. I really want to see Pineapple Express.
Oh, that's so right. You're missing out. Bottom line is Danny McBride is already in the Aliens universe. He was in...
Well, he was in Alien Covenant, wasn't he?
He was in one of the...
Yeah,
it was Covenant.
He was in Alien Covenant in 2017. Yeah, he was in Tropic Thunder too. He was the director who gets blown up, wasn't he?
No, but was he in Tropic?
Yeah,
no, the director got up was a British guy.
Yeah, who was the guy? Who did he play? I knew he was in Tropic Thunder. I knew he was.
Tropic Thunder's Ben Stiller. Robert Downey Jr. is a black man.
Yeah, I know he was in Tropic Thunder. Hold on, let me Google this real quick.
Jack Black's in Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah, Jack Black was amazing in Tropic Thunder.
Google it, because...
Yep, he's in Tropic Thunder. Hold on, who did he play as? Tropic Thunder.
Seen Tropic Thunder in
Danny
years.
McBride. Who did he play as? Let's see.
He played Cody.
I gotta watch that movie again. Last time I watched Tropic Thunder, I had the flu. It was when I was working at Best Buy. And I had the flu, and so I called out, and I had nothing to do that whole day. All my friends were at work, so I couldn't play video games. So I just binge-watched, like, everything off Netflix. And I'm like, I've not seen Tropic Thunder. I watched it. That movie had me splitting my sides. Such a
fucking hilarious
cinema.
Fucking hilarious. It absolutely is. But yeah, Danny McBride is in the Alien universe, and seeing Adam Sandler as Sigourney Weaver and Nicolas Cage as the alien would probably be the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Just Nicolas Cage, but it's like he's in the alien suit. Like he's in that really weird, gross, sexual suit. But it's just his face is cut out, and like instead of it squealing, he's just like, I'm gonna kill you now. And like he's like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna kill you now. And like when the baby bursts out, they just like face rig his face on the baby of like the original footage. Like the movie is so badly made that they use some of the original footage. That would be gold.
Just steal from it entirely.
Oh my god, that would be just gold. But yeah, those But those questions I asked you are like the quintessential questions when I want to get to know someone. And when someone's like, I've never watched Star Wars, I'm like, well, it's too late now because you have to grow up watching it. Am I wrong with that?
I think you can watch it. I just don't think it'll have the same impact. You know?
Yeah. You kind of have to grow up watching it to get that like
Yeah.
full excitement. Like when you're a little kid, the concept of space is so vast, and the idea that there are battles that are going in a different universe in space, and people are flying through space and shooting lasers and using telekinesis like wizardry. It's phenomenal. But if you haven't seen it and you watch it now as an adult with like when the world hits you and you've lived through shit, you watching like, this is so dumb. But when I'm a kid, nostalgia like fuels my brain. It's like the have you heard of the Nickelodeon paradox?
The Nickelodeon paradox.
Nickelodeon paradox. So as a kid, I grew up watching Nicktoons and like Nickelodeon, and I'm guessing since you were a child of the 90s, you grew up watching Nicktoons and Nickelodeon as well.
Rugrats, Real Monsters, the whole nine. Angry Beavers.
The reason why it's an actual psychological term called the Nickelodeon effect. And I was actually like listening to a video essay on it on my drive this morning. The concept is that the reason why old school Nickelodeon was loved so much and still loved so much is not as much the content, because if you watch Rugrats and never watched it before, you'd think it was rubbish. Ren and Stimpy's a little bit different. Ren and Stimpy has that like dark humor, but
absolutely.
But the reason why like I personally love Invader Zim and Rugrats so much is not just the animation or the story or the like the characters. It's the feeling that show gave me as a kid, and I just when I rewatch it, it like gives me that nostalgia, and it's so interesting seeing how like something from a cable television network could build such a nostalgia for individuals.
Yeah, and I think the big thing about those Nickelodeon shows like Rugrats, Angry Beavers, Real Monsters, Invader Zim, I mean, Hey Arnold, the list goes on and on. Yeah. It was a place that you could like go where the cartoons were for kids. They were about kids that did not treat you like
and it didn't have to give you a lesson. That's one thing I hated as a kid when I'd watch a TV show and it had to teach me something. Like I grew up on a lot of like PBS. I hated all those shows because they had to be educational. They had to teach you something and entertain you. I was like, I'm a kid. I spent all day studying with like school and crap. I don't want to be educated further. I want to be entertained. Why are adults able to watch movies and be entertained, but I have to be taught a lesson? And
all the time.
And I feel like for me personally, the reason why shows like Rick and Morty or like adult cartoons are so well received is because this generation grew up watching cartoons. And so we want to be entertained with those colors and those sounds, but we want to have adult like content in it too. Like we want to see like someone flip someone off and be like, "Well, fuck you, man."
Fuck off.
It's like it's like Oni cartoons. Like I love the animations, but it's the it doesn't have to teach me anything. It's mindless comedy and it's hilarious.
Absolutely.
So
it does give you the good feels.
So it's interesting when you meet someone, because we've known each other for over a year now.
Oh shit! Yeah, we have.
We have. When I met you, I really didn't know much, but like I don't even know how we started. I think we were talking about music, and Ninja Sex Party came up.
Ninja Sex Party, absolutely.
And then we're like, okay, you know this side of the internet. Do you know Newgrounds? And you're like, yeah, I know Newgrounds culture. I'm like, do you know Oni cartoons? And then we're watching Hellbenders. And it's a sort of thing where I don't know. It was like I don't know. I feel like when I met you, this may just be me, but like our interests just naturally, like everyone in our like circle will say like we're very similar because we have very similar interests. And, it's so weird that we would bump into each other the way we did, but I'm happy it happened.
Yeah, of all the places.
Of all the places, you wouldn't think you would meet some weirdo in the middle of Roanoke, Virginia, who's like, "Yo, I love Ninja Sex Party."
Right? Yeah, I know they're popular, and there's probably people who would listen to this and go, "Oh yeah, I know them." But where we are, fuck that. Nobody knows.
Everyone listens to Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, it's all pretty much hip hop and country music down here.
It's all hip hop and country music.
Pretty much it.
No one has exquisite tastes that of the Ninja Sex Party.
Oh, of course, that of the Danny Don't You Know and No Reason Boner.
Yeah. And despite like recent controversies, I still I'm not gonna go into controversies because positive vibes, but I love all of their music. I love I love that it introduced me to Tupperware Remix Party, and I love that the internet it's a band solely from and for the internet that has become an icon.
They won top comedy album of the year, and they were third on the rock album of the year for Danny Don't You Know, and I think the whole album was called Cool Patrol.
Yeah, the song Cool Patrol is also absolutely hysterical.
Oh yeah, if anyone doesn't know, just Google Ninja Sex Party Cool Patrol, go watch the music video, you'll have a good time.
Yeah, the funniest thing about
absolutely
the funniest thing though about I don't know, I feel like it may just be me, but I feel like music brings people together more than anything else, as far as interests.
Well, yeah.
And we see all these subcultures from music. And I don't know if it's life imitating art or art imitating life, but I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, if anyone who hasn't done this, do yourself a favor and just Google, go out and go listen to some music from another country. It doesn't matter if you don't know what language they're speaking, right? Because a lot of the music that people listen to nowadays, nobody gives a shit about the lyrics. I hear a lot of people. I used to listen to a lot of heavy metal,
Well, Doug, I know you're a fan of post punk like me. Have you ever listened to Molchet Domna?
No.
Molchet Domna they're a bit of a newer band, as far as I know, because I can't read anything they say. But they're a Russian post punk band. Mm-hmm. And their music, one of their songs was, I don't know, have you seen Hardcore Henry?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of their songs is in Hardcore Henry. And their music is just that really just depressing, dark, it's a foggy, rainy day, I'm home, I'm alone, and I'm sad kind of music. And it's so good. It's so good.
And you don't have to know Russian to get those feelings and appreciate that shit, right?
No, I think
that's...
Music is kind of like memes. It transcends language and culture. It's just something that we can all enjoy.
Exactly.
And it's I don't know. I feel like for me personally, my first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I'm listening to music. I have music on my alarm. Every week I change the song on my alarm. And this week is this week is a Glory Hammer song. If you've ever listened to any of they're more of the what's the terminology? Power metal. But when I wake up, just a glory, bum 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 hammer. It's amazing. it's great.
Awesome.
Well, I've used up my segment, so you want to use yours?
Sure, we can move on, and I'll definitely. Do you want me to move on to the game?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do some games. I'm down.
Because I can. On the next episode, I'll interview you.
All right.
And we'll get to know more about the.
Well, I feel like
the man behind the Anon.
The man behind the Anon. All right. So let's do some games.
So yeah, I have this game, and it's based off Two Truths and a Lie. Except I'm going to present you with 3 stories about a man in Florida.
All right.
I've completely made up 2 of them off the top of my head, but one of them is 100% true. It's a Googleable article, and you can go look these up. So your job is to discern which one is actually true and which ones I've made up. Now, should we have a prize? Or a penalty if
Okay,
you lose.
here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. If I win, I get to do it to you. How about that?
If you win, you get punished. I get punished.
Yeah, if you win, I
Okay.
get to Florida Man you. If I lose, you get to Florida Man me again next week.
Okay, so we've got 3 multiple choice questions. I guess if you get 2 out of 3 of them right, you'll get to Florida Man me next time. Or we can even, if whoever's listening, just come up with a punishment in the comments. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. You got to tell me which one is true.
I'm ready. My
right.
nipples are hard already.
Your nipples are hard,
My nipples are hard.
and I'm hard for your nipples. We're just going to cut that out. We'll forget it happened.
No, this is one
Moving
take,
on.
man. One take.
Story 1 take. Story 1. Florida man caught smuggling drugs in his anal cavity in an airport Chick-fil-A. First one. Number 2. Florida man successfully robs a 7-Eleven with a can of Spam. And story number 3. Florida man attacked while taking a selfie with a local squirrel. One of those is completely true. 2 of them I've made up. Your job to find the one is 100% true.
Okay, I'm not gonna just pick. We're gonna discuss like the.
Let's discuss. I want to discuss.
All right. So the first one, Florida man,
Right.
is caught in Chick-fil-A with cocaine up his butthole.
Yes.
Okay, so that's number 1. Second one is
Yes.
Florida man robs a 7-Eleven with a can of Spam.
With a can of Spam.
And then Florida man is attacked by squirrels
While taking a selfie
while taking
with
a selfie.
said squirrels. Yes.
Oh, heavens. Okay, so, oh man. They all seem so real.
I know. I did. I put a lot of heart into this.
Have I told you my philosophy on Florida?
Tell me.
Florida is a part of Australia that somehow left Australia and floated up to America. I mean,
Just
literally,
came over
they
here.
have the dinosaurs, they have the giant bugs, they have the crazy heat waves,
Mhm.
they have the crazy people, and I think it's something the heat like gets to their brains, and they have so many heat strokes that they're just like, I'm going to now like train like a chicken to assault my wife, and she's gonna call the cops, and there's gonna be a news article about it.
Correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
A, B, or C. God
A, B, or
damn. This is hard because they're all something so ridiculous.
Yes, and I've run these by several people, and none of them got it right so far.
Really?
So
Really?
if you do land this one right, you'll be the first to get this one right.
Well, the squirrel selfie sounds kind of fun, but it doesn't sound like it'd be a news headline. Like squirrel selfie. I mean, that may be something on BuzzFeed or one of those normie websites, but it definitely doesn't sound real. So I'm going to out that one. So we have the cocaine and the Spam.
Yes.
Getting caught in cocaine at Chick-fil-A, that's really specific. But the Spam is
really
just...
specific. A Chick-fil-A that's inside an airport.
Yeah, a Chick-fil-A inside an airport. But the Spam... The Spam... I'd almost want to go all the above. Okay, know what I'm going to do?
Yes.
Where's the 3-sided die I have?
Nice. Okay,
All right, here it
3-sided
is,
die.
3-sided die. Good old Dungeons and Dragons dice.
D&D.
All right, so if it rolls 1, it's option 1. Rolls 2, it's option 2. It's 3, it's all 3. I'm gonna leave it to the gods. All right, ready?
Okay.
We got 3, all the above.
Yeah, 3 all of the above. I will say it is not all of the above.
Really?
2 of these are completely false, and 1 of them is true.
Really? Oh fuck!
Yes.
It's the Spam, isn't it?
Is that your final answer?
Oh fuck! I don't know.
I love it. I'm excited.
Oh gosh.
I want to see comments. I want people to pause us for 2 seconds and throw a comment down in the bottom.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause this for 2 seconds, and you comment what you think it is. Or how about this? Instead of commenting, you write up your own Florida man. Or actually, no. How about this? We're gonna make another email. If you're really down to indulge in this, we'll make an email. We'll put it in the description, and you can submit to Doug, aka Venus, your own submissions for next round. We're going with option 1. Florida man is caught with cocaine in his butthole in Chick-fil-A.
In a Chick-fil-A. That's your final answer?
Yes, sir.
And the correct answer is Florida man attacked while taking selfie with multiple
no,
squirrels.
I failed. Oh, god damn.
I know.
Man.
I know, and I've got 2 more for you.
Really? 2 more? Oh god, okay, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna hype myself up.
All right, so we're down 1. We gotta nail this one and the next one.
Okay.
All right. So, scenarios is section B, we'll call it. All right. Florida man launched into violent frenzy at a Burger King drive-thru when informed they were out of Whoppers for the day.
That's
scenario 1.
That's me 101.
Absolutely. Half the time they're just ready to close and they don't want to fucking fire up the thing again.
Okay, side note, I went to Burger King for lunch today and I ordered the grilled chicken sandwiches because that's all I can really eat right now. I can't even eat the bloody bread. I waited at the thing for like 5 minutes and then finally someone went on. No one apologized. Burger King has the worst customer service on the planet.
They do.
But
on the planet, they absolutely do.
Controversial opinion, Burger King has the largest onions on any hamburger ever.
Too fucking thick with the onions, Burger King.
It's like, Burger King, we're not going to let you sponsor us until you fucking get your fucking onions together. All right, what's the next one?
Okay, so drive through. Second one. Florida man attacked by angry birds while stealing his neighbor's peacock. I don't even know, man. So that one just...
I think of the app game, like the like that's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah. I've literally labeled that one Angry Bird Story.
Angry Bird Story.
Angry Bird Story. Now, option 3, answer C. Florida man attacks an alligator and tries to drown it after drunkenly climbing into its zoo enclosure.
Wait, this is an alligator in a zoo. It's not like a...
Yeah, I'm assuming like Gator Park or something like that.
Oh my god. Oh, we're going with the die again. I'm going to let this to fate.
Are we leaving it to fate? All right.
Option 1.
Option 1, Florida man launched into a violent frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
And... Dang, should have went with the 2.
Oh,
Florida man attacked by angry birds while stealing his neighbor's peacock. I don't even know what the fuck with that story. Like,
I don't know where to start.
It specifically mentions that it doesn't say angry peacocks. It says angry birds while stealing his neighbor's peacock.
Yeah, I feel like okay, people from Florida are crazy, but journalists from Florida are equally crazy.
That's fair.
Just say local ne'er-do-well tries to steal peacocks. That's all you have to do. But it's Florida man.
So now here's the thing with that is it's a species thing. Like, did other peacocks see him stealing that peacock and freak the fuck out, or was it other birds? Was he attacked by a bunch of robins and
how many
cockatoos?
How many chickens are we? Like, do you have chickens? Do you have ducks? Yo, okay. Side note. As someone who grew up in the poultry industry, geese are some of the most hostile animals on the planet. They have teeth in their beaks. These things are they're velociraptors. Velociraptors evolved into geese, and they knew what they were doing when they evolved because they knew, yo, instead of hunting down prey big, we're just going to intimidate them and make them lose sleep.
Don't
fuck with geese.
Dude. Animals can be fucking scary. I don't even know how giraffes fucking exist.
No. Okay, here's my question. Why is, animals have horns. Goats have horns. Even giraffes have these 2 little nubby, they look like they have, PlayStation controllers on their heads. They really do.
Horns.
It looks like someone had, some, cheese and cat fuzz on their thumbs when they were playing their PlayStation, put it down, and it's a giraffe's horn. Why is it so ridiculous that a horse would have a horn, but these things with these long-ass necks are just sitting there yo, what's up?
They're like fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Giraffes are fucking horrifying. If you've never seen 2 giraffes fight each other, Google it right now, because it's fucking terrifying.
It's terrifying. I may even put a GIF in there of that, because...
Do it, because they just beat each other with their own necks.
Fucking terrifying.
Jesus, seeing 2 giraffes fucking throw down is it's like a gladiatorial sport. if making two animals fight in a ring for money wasn't so gross and disgusting, I'd watch giraffes fight.
Yeah, I think there's a difference in nature and control. And like what you told me earlier today, animals do not have the ability to consent, especially with eating meat. Now I'm like thinking about like, oh my god, I've murdered animals. But like when animals do it in the wild, it's natural because it's their territory, and usually it's not like it's a large amount of the time it's like it's between them. But when people do it, it's just disgusting. It's just vile. That being said, an underground beta fish fighting gambling ring. I'm probably if I ever go to jail, that's what it's for. Because that just sounds really fucking
watching
metal.
beta fish fight.
Just
each
watching
other.
beta fish fight, and just like all I imagine is like a bunch of sweaty 40-year-old men with like out shirts on. They're just waving money. Like, yeah, there's these two fish just in a bowl, just doing nothing.
Yep. They're slapping money down on the sweaty little wife beaters. This dude speaking foreign languages for no reason.
Yeah, this guy who's born in Detroit is just talking in Greek for no reason.
Oh, and that's when like the little tiny Asian man filming a kung fu movie walks in.
And just puts down his beta fish, and the beta fish has like a little bandana, and he's like, I taught this beta fish how to paint. It's definitely gonna whip some ass. And it does.
Right. Then he catches a ninja star out of the air, and then he gets into a fight with the owner who's running the whole thing. Stars Nick Cage.
As the fish.
He's
the fish.
Nick Cage is the Kung Fu Fish.
Kung Fu Fish. They did Kung Fu Panda. Hold on, let me see if I can do this in a movie. You've seen Kung Fu Panda. Now, Kung Fu Fish, starring Nick Cage, rated R.
Starts this Friday.
This summer, Nick Cage is a fish. Rated NC-17 for fish pornography.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
What have we become?
We've become what society and what our own minds have made us, and it's just charming. It's just charming. I would never like this is just me personally, despite no matter what kind of bullshit I've been through, no matter like what kind of bad mistakes I've made in life, and no matter like who I've hurt or who's hurt me, it's made me who I am today, and I'm proud of myself because at the end of the day, I'm awesome. You're awesome.
Florida Man is awesome. I've got one more for you.
Let's go. Let's do this.
One more. Here we go. Answers down in the comments. Number 1. Florida Man ripped urinal from restaurant bathroom wall, ran away naked into the woods. So,
I feel like this is something that could happen in one of our local towns. I'm not going to mention the name of the town, but you know what town I'm thinking about.
I know exactly what town.
Especially the individual we were talking to earlier today. And all I did was I just pulled out a piece of paper and I just wrote crack on it. And you were just like, yeah. Because he just like walks.
I think ironically, I said never, not even once. But Jesus, yes. That man was on crack.
That man was on crack.
He's on methamphetamines.
He was on dish soap.
Oh yeah, he could be any one of these. He could rip the urinal wall. He could be.
He may have moved.
He may have moved. So B, Florida man arrested after dressing as Gandalf the Grey and attempting to stop a local tram. Of course, using the line, "You shall not pass."
Okay, that may or may not be true. I have seen a video of someone doing that. And I loved it because a lot of people dressed like hobbits ran across. I've been having like a Tolkien awakening lately.
That's really funny.
And that could be true because I've seen a video of someone doing that. So now you're fucking with my mind.
Oh, fair. I've not seen the video, so I'll have to look it up. All right, number 3. Florida man found lost inside Orlando International Airport for 18 days.
Yo, okay. Have you ever been to Orlando's airport?
Yes.
It's a big ass airport.
It's a big fucking airport.
The 4 biggest airports I've ever been to was Orlando. It was Orlando. What was it? It wasn't Austin. Which airport was it? I'm trying to think. It was. Well, I know Chicago's airport was fucking huge. That was a massive airport, and then Charlotte's airport is huge. Like it's easy to get lost in there. So that could be very viable. Interesting enough
Especially
you
if
say that.
crack is involved.
I just watched a documentary of a guy who lived in I think it was the Paris airport for like 18 years, and he didn't have his. Apparently, he said he didn't have his documents, which it's actually been proven that he actually got rid of them so he could just live in this airport. But the dude was basically homeless in an airport for like 18 or so years. It's a fantastic documentary. But I forget his name, but it was wild. And they finally got him out, and like no one's really heard of what happened to him ever since. But that's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
So just to recap, we have urinal theft, the nudist urinal theft. We have Gandalf the Grey stopping trains, and we have the lost airport hobo.
Yes.
See, this is all like so fantastic. It's like something out of like a dark like alternate universe called Florida. I'm Which is sad because I have some friends from Florida and they can confirm that it's a mad place.
Oh yeah, it's fucking nuts.
You know, just because it's my favorite out of all of them, and if you did make this up, I'm gonna vote for it anyways. I'm not even gonna roll for it. It's my favorite out of all of them. The guy who stole a urinal and ran away naked. That is
perfect.
If that is not real, it needs to be real. If anyone ever listens to this podcast and is from Florida, make that happen because some idiot on the internet told you to.
Go naked into a Chinese restaurant, steal the urinal, and get out, make it out alive without getting beat up by Nick Cage, the Kung Fu Fish.
Yeah.
Yes. So, final answer: Florida man steals urinal from bathroom wall and run away naked into the woods.
Final answer.
Drum roll. Thomas Houston, that is correct.
Yes! I did it. I felt okay. Have you seen the Gandalf video?
I've not seen the Gandalf video.
You have not seen the Gandalf video. That is.
I need to look up the Gandalf video.
That is an actual video. I'll put a GIF of it. It's hilarious. One thing I'm gonna quickly say, real quick, just because we keep it up. I have a couple topics written down. We may have to use these for other times because
we wanted to cover a lot, and we just went
we've
ADD
been taking
fuel.
time. Yeah, we've been taking our time. So I'm gonna skip ahead to worst date. What is the worst date you've ever had? Because we were talking earlier today, and you told me some of them, but I want to hear it. The worst date you've ever had.
Okay, so we might only have time for me because this involves some backstory.
All right, I've got time. I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome. So, when I was in high school, this is the backstory. When I was in high school, I fell in love with a girl. First time I was ever truly in love with somebody. She needs a name because I can't use her real name.
Let's call her. Let's call her Florida Man.
We'll call her Florida Man.
Florida Man.
So I fell in love with gorgeous, beautiful Florida Man. We dated for a time, and then she ran into some hard times. Her father went into the ICU. He was like vomiting up blood. I remember we were in drama class. She had to dip that day, and she missed a lot of school. So between the play, homework, her father, Florida dad, almost passing away. Her I was gonna say excuse. It's not really an excuse. I mean, that's kind of an adult reason to break up with somebody. It's not like your shoes are fucking dumb. Bye, bitch. It's, she was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing to cut at that time was me. So I don't blame her for that, but my heart shattered into a million pieces. Like, I was fucking distraught over it. Spiraled into a depression. I dated anyone who would show me any attention. So to anyone out there who knows who I'm talking about, knows the situation, if I happen to have dated you after Florida Man, I apologize because I wasn't the greatest person to be around. But she kind of she would call me every once in a while to catch up. We used to have this little journal. We used to write notes to each other give it to each other between classes. She'd write back, and I'd back and forth and stuff. I remember asking her months later whatever happened to that journal, and she said, "Oh, I burned it."
Oh.
And I remember that hurting, like, oh my guts, man. And I was like, why? And she was like, it just hurt too much every time I looked at it, you know? So that, of course, rips my guts out in a different direction. So, I don't know, I felt like I was being played with. Anyway, I'm dating anyone I could. I met a different girl who, she needs a name, because I don't want to use her real name.
Florida woman.
Florida woman. So I meet Florida woman, different girl, very pretty girl. I met her, got her number, everything was cool. She said, this is the part that threw me off, right? She said, I need you to meet my best friend, because my best friend doesn't approve of you. I don't approve of you.
Oh, no.
So,
no.
I have to go meet her fucking, like, best friend, like she's a drug sniffing dog, but instead of drugs she sniffs out like shitty people. I don't know. So there's a local place where me and Anon are. It's called Roses. It's kind of like if Wish.com had a brick and mortar store. It's exactly what it was, but her friend works there at the Roses.
Yeah.
So I go there, I meet her friend. Friend is this, she's just very nice, very attractive black girl. And we hit it off. Everything's good. She likes me. I like her. The sparks are flying. Everything's going great, right?
Yeah.
Come to the first actual date. We're going to go to a place called Frank's Pizza.
Oh, Frank's has some good pizza, though.
Frank's has some good pizza, and I love me a calzone.
Oh, yeah.
So... But she messaged me, or not messaged me, I say messaged, this was a while back. She called me on the phone, the landline, and she says, I'm nervous about our first date. I'm worried about awkward silences. Is it okay if I invite my friend? I'm like, yeah, I hit it off with your friend. Everything was cool. Absolutely do that. She's like, cool, my friend's going to bring her new boyfriend. We'll show up at Frank's, and it'll just be like a group thing. Fine, perfect, everything's done, right?
Yeah.
Fucking... So I show up early because I'm a motherfucking gentleman.
Yeah.
She's a Florida woman shows up early. She's a motherfucking gentle lady, right?
Yeah.
Everything's good there. She shows up, didn't even need it. No awkward silences. We're hitting it off. Everything's going great, right?
Yeah.
And then the door to Frank's opens. And Florida woman goes, almost in fucking slow motion. I mean, like, oh, my friend is here. And I look at the fucking door, and it's not her black friend from Roses. It's motherfucking Florida man.
Oh, no. Oh,
with her new boyfriend.
Oh, no.
Sure as shit, they sit down at our fucking table, man. And inside, I'm screaming. It's the worst. It's the worst. It puts a bad taste in my mouth. It puts a bad taste in my butthole. I'll just say
bad
it.
Taste in
I
my
didn't like
butthole.
any of it, man. So I'm faced with an option, right? I can let this completely ruin my time, right? Or I just stay the course. I be the charming, funny dude that I can be with the magic and everything, right?
Yeah.
And just take the high road.
Yeah.
And a moment presented itself where the joke was not even funny. I'm going to tell you the joke, and you might breathe out of your nose a little bit, but you're not going to laugh at this joke.
All right, let's see if I breathe out of my nose. I'll go really close to
So-
the mic so you can hear it.
I'm frozen. I don't know what to do. I'm dead silent. We're just sitting there, and that awkward silence rolls up. When behind me, I hear my fucking name get called. I hear Doug, over here, right?
Yeah.
So I turn around and look, and there's this lady trying to get her husband's attention. Her husband has the same name as me, right? Everyone at the table had the same moment that I had of someone trying to call my name.
Oh, no.
I turn around and look, And I realize, oh, that's not me. So I turn around back and I look at everybody, and with a smarmy little cadence, I just say, "Ooh, shit." That's why people named Buddy never drive. Stupid joke, right? But in the moment,
That's
it was
Godhood.
fantastic. Set the course, just a perfect, fine date on the outside. On the inside, and when I went home later, just crying and tears.
Yeah, I bet.
And just the worst state I've ever fucking been on. Of all the fucking luck, man, like, Florida man just showed up.
Florida man.
And you know what's funny is I'm in a much better place now. I actually ended up working with Florida man's mom at my old job.
Oh my God! No, not the
Yeah.
Florida man, mom.
I
Everything
met
makes.
Florida mom.
Oh God, the lines have connected. You have connected the stars to this story. Now you have to tell. Do you want to tell me what? Do you want to tell everyone or me what Florida man's mom did?
Oh, yeah, why not? Fucking. Oh, I didn't even tell you what else. So we'll do this. So fucking. I, through the course of my time working with Florida mom, my partner at the time and I had entered into a polyamorous relationship, an open relationship. And then the one male dude I worked with, I used to work in an assisted living facility. I was a med tech.
Yeah.
And Alzheimer's and dementia patients, things like that. The one other guy that worked there found out and let the cat out of the bag, and everyone knew,
Yeah.
which was cool. I got to like meet with and flirt with a lot of really attractive girls and stuff like that.
That sounds like an absolute win.
It was fine until Florida mom found out, and she one day, sure as shit, hit me with. She was like, "Hey, so." What if Florida man came to you and said, "Hey, I want you to drop everything and spend the rest of your life with me"? What would you say, hypothetically speaking? And what the fuck? And on the inside, I'm screaming no, right? Just no, absolutely not. I'm dying. But on the outside, I said, yeah, maybe.
Oh, no.
Because I was so interested, because I didn't know if this question was coming from Florida mom or if it was
Florida man.
Florida mom sending the message to Florida man.
Yeah, and
that
I think it's just kind of a reminder. Florida man is not a dude.
Florida man is not a dude. Florida man is, if I'm being honest, this is horrible, but if I'm being honest, is this drop dead gorgeous girl that at one point literally owned my heart.
Mm.
Yeah. And I didn't even tell you that she got a Florida mom got Florida man a job where I worked.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm in the fucking hallway on one of my floor units, and I'm talking to one of my residents, fantastic little old lady who looked like a frog. That frog lady, we'll just call her frog lady, used to tell I would talk to her and I'd walk away and she would look at the other CNAs when I dipped and just tell them, "That's my boyfriend." Sweetest lady on the planet. I'm talking to her and I hear, "Oh, hey." I turn around and look, fucking Florida man standing in my hallway with a name tag and scrubs on.
So the name tag just says Florida man on it? This is drop dead gorgeous. All I'm imagining is this drop dead gorgeous, Megan Fox level supermodel, and it just says on the name tag Florida man.
Yeah, and her name tag is just her with a mustache and a couple of teeth missing. Yeah.
A bald head, mustache, and a couple of teeth missing.
The only time it was awkward was I was standing at the med tech desk area and we were doing our report for the night, shift report.
Yeah.
And Florida mom is there with Florida man and me. And I guess someone lost their hearing aids. So hearing aids are sitting on the table, right? Mm-hmm. Florida mom looks at me and goes, "Hey, Venus." She didn't call me Venus, but she said, "Hey, Venus, these are missing. Why am I blanking on the word? Hearing aids. Whose hearing aids are these, right?" Yeah. And I just another stupid joke that might make you breathe out of your nose. I said, "Oh, they are not mine." That's all I said. And then Florida Man from behind me gave the loudest fucking laugh, like just a ha 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 ha. It felt super forced,
Yeah.
and that was the only awkward moment. She worked there for like a week and then dipped, and quit. But just, and you know what's funny is like after all of that shit and everything that's gone down, I would still have her on this podcast to interview her.
That would be interesting. If we ever can get Florida Man on, the problem is I'm only gonna refer to her as Florida Man.
That's fine. If it takes me sending the podcast to her and being like, "Hey, I want to have her on the show. This is what I said." I would love for you to correct me.
We want to have you on the show, Florida Man.
Florida Man's got to be on the show, and then they'll never not be Florida Man now in my life, and I'm thankful for that because that actually helps me cope with it a little better.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Sometimes stuff like that helps us cope. Like.
Comedy for sure.
Like laughing at the madness is truly a blessing in disguise. Speaking of blessings in disguise, we are at our time.
We're at our time, and that
really
sucks.
have to pee.
Oh, well, there's your blessing in disguise.
As many podcasts I listen to, like, I guess since they take a break halfway through the podcast, no one ever says like, "Yo, I have to pee. I'm gonna quit this podcast." But honestly, I drink a lot of tea before we started this podcast because I was having a roommate meeting. And
next time, just piss yourself.
Not on my gamer chair. I spent $150 on this thing.
Don't piss yourself on the gamer chair.
This gamer chair is like more valuable to me than my firstborn son that I've not had.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're gonna name your firstborn son gaming chair.
No, I'm gonna name him Florida Man.
Florida Man. Don't.
So,
your firstborn daughter.
My
Florida
firstborn
Man.
daughter. So this just one last little joke before we head out.
Yes.
I used to work at a let's just say an office that had a large variety of people, vasting from famous people in like the thing, and it was kind of funny looking up and being like, oh, this person, like the guy who sings "My Dick in a Box" is in the like his name is like on the registry, but one guy, his name was Harold Buttes. Name is spelled Butts.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Harry Butts.
Harry
and in my
Butts.
mind, I'm like, okay, there's no way. So I look it up and like it's actually named Butts. And I was like, okay, what if he had a wife and her name was Frances, Fanny Butts, and then they had a son, and his name was like let's see, what's another really good name?
Richard
Butts, Dick Butts, and then they had a daughter named Miracle Butts, and yeah, it's something just that always, like, every day when I think of funny names, I'm just like, Harry Butts.
Harry Butts.
His name is literally Harry
Forget
Butts.
about his brother.
And
Ass-face Butts.
Ass-face Butts.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ow, fucker. I hurt myself with a balloon. I'll be okay.
Oh. Well, you need to get that checked. Yeah, go to your local Med Express. I got a balloon that slapped me.
My local balloon doctor.
Yeah. Well, that's our time for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Anon, a.k.a. Tom. I'm joined by the magic, the majestic, the magical. You can finish the rest of the outro.
Oh, man. Venus. Good night.